Hello, hello, howdy, howdy, hey gamers. I'm here with Minecraft. You know, I'm surprised I don't have more Minecraft content on my channel. Um, I, thinking back, I think it's because my old computer sucked and it could not play this game. I actually, now that I think about it, I tried making like four different, more than four, like six different Minecraft Let's Play series. They went on for like quite a bit, and each time I uh, I would watch the footage back and then realize in horror, this sucks. You know, my FPS is like 12 and the footage is just unwatchable. I don't like it. Yeah, but this time I got a, $1,500 computer that I built myself, very proud of that fact. And yeah, we can play the game finally. So let's do that. And then there's some more stuff I need to go into, but I'll do that once we're in game because, I don't know. Seed. You know what? Let's do an old one. Uh, that is a seed that I used like 9 years ago when I first started playing the game. Uh, one of the seeds. I tried that one out once. It's obviously very different. I'm curious though how it's changed. How it's different. But yeah, let's try it out. All right, we're in it. Ooh, oh, old swamp. Nice. You don't see that much anymore. Oh, cool. A frog. Nice. All right. So yeah, let me hey, welcome. Hey there. Welcome. Let me enlighten you a bit on what I'm going to be doing in this series. So, some background here. For the next year or so, I have decided, I've taken a pact, I've taken a personal, vow of, no spoilers. I am trying to experience 1.21 completely blind. I don't want any spoilers. I want to experience the update completely blind because I've realized recently that in my 9 years of playing this game, I have never experienced an update without extensively, following its development cycle. And that's, it's fine. Like, I that's the way I play the game. I research everything. I follow the, updates. But, I just think it would be nice to, for once, not have that experience, to not know exactly what I'm getting into before I go into it. I just want to load up the game one day, 1.21, load up the game, and then just, play the game as normal, and then, oh, what new thing? Oh, I just so happened to find a new thing in my organic, I've never done that. So we're gonna change that. I don't think there's anything wrong with playing the game the way I have been. Like, I don't regret, my years of spoiling everything for myself before it came out, following everything. I think that's just the way I enjoy the game, just like following every update religiously. I think that's just the way I derive enjoyment out of this game. But I also think it would be a different and equally valid type of enjoyment to experience it blind. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. Part of this series is going to be me trying to figure out how to do, all the things by myself. Basically, I'm going to be trying to figure out all the mechanics without the usual resources, For example, farming. This game has a lot of farms, and, 99% of the player base basically just, when they want to farm, they look up a tutorial, they follow it, capiche, and I'm not deriding anyone for that, of course, but when's the last time you watched a Minecraft Let's Play where the person, organically tries to create a mob farm, by themselves? The only, people who do that are, technical YouTubers who know everything. Basically. It's not a blind playthrough, right? Because I know a lot of stuff already. But it's kind of in an interesting middle ground where like I am knowledgeable about like the existence of like farms. I know I can create farms. I know that's a thing I can do. But I don't know anything about like the actual mechanics of them. I don't know how spawning mechanics work, how like redstone works. Really, I don't. I think it's kind of like Doctor Stone, you know, where like a bunch of people are spoilers by the way, but a bunch of people are transported to like thousands of years in the future. They've all been like frozen in time, or they've been turned into stone, thus the title, and they all get unstoned, and they like wake up and they're in, basically the wild. They're in the wilderness again. Everything around them is decayed, all the buildings, all the technology, and they've got to basically rebuild civilization with just knowledge and like the resources available to them. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm basically in the middle ages trying to make a smartphone. And I know that smartphones exist, but I don't know how to make one. And so I think I don't know, I think it's a fun premise, like trying to work backwards from, I should get some birch logs, I love birch. Trying to work backwards from like the knowledge that I can do certain things, just not the knowledge of how to do those things. But yeah, I don't know. And also part of why I'm doing this series is because it's going to set me up in the kind of scientific mindset. I'm going to need to be more inquisitive. I'm going to need to start playing the game more like, inquisitively. I'm going to have to start making hypotheses and doing experiments and just generally playing the game in a more curious manner instead of just looking everything up. So why not start beforehand? And then also, when the update comes out, it's going to be like, I'll have an established survival world, and then I will have a quicker means to test out new things because I'll have amassed resources and a base and etc. But yeah, that's the general premise. We're doing some Dr. Stone shit, basically. I considered live streaming this before, but I don't trust Twitch chat not to be. You fucking know how Twitch chat is. I know how you fuckers are. I know for a fact if I stream this, somebody like I would put up in like big bold text at the top of the screen, no spoilers please. I am trying to play this game blind. And somebody would not get the fucking memo and be like, you can do this, right? I love the Minecraft community, but like Minecraft is one of those games where like it is heavily based on community. It's heavily based on like teaching other people how to play it. It's almost like the human experience in a way. It's a world that you're completely oblivious to and doesn't quite make sense, and you gotta rely on your elders to kind of teach everything to you. And that's great, and that's basically how this game works. Like, very few people have played this game without interacting with the community first, but like, I kind of think that's a detriment sometimes. I don't know. And I think just even past that, it's just an interesting... Oh. See what we got up here. Ooh, nice. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun trying to figure out like redstone and the mechanics of this game by myself. Yeah, I don't know how many people honestly have played this game blindly. Like I know, one example I have is a series that I'm quite fond of, Piropito's survival series. Basically, it's a blind Minecraft survival series made by the same guy who made that like username 666 creepy YouTube video where like the guy searches up 666 on like YouTube and finds a channel named 666 and it's like evil. Anyways, that guy has a Minecraft series and he insists on playing the game without spoilers, and he like doesn't read the comments. The whole series is him like not knowing anything about the game and figuring it all out by like trial and error, like the lengths that this guy goes to figure everything out. Like he had to figure out nether portals before the Nether update added rune portals. Like, he had to figure out so many things just through, like, in-game hints, which are, especially back in the day, weren't great. And it's really interesting. And you just see, like, hours of, like, trial and error and brute force. And when he gets to, like, a solution, it's so satisfying. But yeah, I kind of want to do my own take on that. Because, like, you know, I can't do a blind playthrough. I can't do completely blind. However, I feel like there's an equally interesting avenue, and I'm just restating what I've, like, already said. But I think there's, like, you know, an equally interesting avenue with somebody like me, somebody who's experienced and knows of a bunch of things, but doesn't exactly always know how to get there. I think that's a prospect that I'm interested in, and I'm going to stop repeating myself now. But yeah, we got plenty of food cooking. Always make a campfire. That's my advice. I know a lot of people, like, are impatient. My friends are less patient than me. That's a lie, but, you know, when it comes to food preparation in Minecraft, they are. I always make a campfire because it's, like, just infinite fuel, infinite cooking, and you can cook 4 items at once for 30 seconds versus, like, 1 item every 10. That's very slightly faster than a furnace, I'm pretty sure. I shouldn't have broken the grass. Also, I'm going to be trying not to sleep in general. Like, I got to sleep for, like, phantoms because I don't care for interacting with phantoms, but... Ooh, I should make a hole there. I mean, you know, I don't need to, obviously, but just for fun, just for, like, lore. Oh, shit. You know what? I've rebound sprint to be shift and crouch to be control because that's what I'm used to with other games. I'm going to be honest. I thought I'd be more used to pressing shift for sprint. I'm clearly not when I'm playing Minecraft, and that's going to cause me some issues. So I'm going to real quick turn that off. Holy shit. Right, we're back. I have... Oh my god, that feels so good. Yeah, I thought I'd be more used to, like, you know, shift sprinting at this point because every other video game does that. But I feel like Minecraft, my mind just gets into a completely different state than with other video games. Ideally, from the start, right, it should have been that sprinting was with shift. But, you know, things are the way they are. We can't go back. It's, you know, I'm too used to it now. I can't go back. Honestly, this is a pretty good seed for, like, what I'm doing. I've got here the outpost, which is great for, like, raid farms and such, you know. I got a swamp. Like, how often do you see a classic swamp these days? Even before, like, 1.19, you didn't see it much anyways, and it's, like, extra rare. That's going to be cool for, like, if I wanted to make a slime farm. I'm pretty optimistic about this. You know what? I'm tired of this base. I'm tired of this place. I think we light it up just... I don't think we live here, though. Especially if we're going to be making a raid farm later. Like, we don't want to live here. I got a shield. I'm basically invincible. I can... Yeah, let's run away. Into the darkness, into the, you know, dangerous wilderness. Man, I love, like, Minecraft's original soundtrack is, like, undefeated. Yeah, we're gonna start torching up the area, because, of course. I think most of this series, admittedly, is probably going to be redstone and farming. Because those are 2 avenues of the game I haven't explored much of. And those are the most dense and kind of, like, guarded, like, you know, secretive areas of the game. Like, it's not... It's kind of something that the game isn't interested in telling you much about. I'm not... Also, I have a low shield resource pack, if you didn't notice. Just because it makes the game slightly more bearable. You see, now that I've, like, changed sprinting back to control, I'm pressing shift to sprint. I just can't win. If it was, like... If I could just have, like, a setting that let me toggle it depending on what my brain was thinking, you know, I press shift and it reads my mind and knows I'm thinking of sprinting, so I sprint. I press shift, it knows I'm thinking of crouching, so I crouch. That'd be great. Honestly, ideally, caps lock would, like, not be caps lock. And I could just fucking bind it to something and use it as a button for gaming. It is such a tragedy that caps lock does what it does. Why the fuck does caps lock even exist? I guess I've seen utilities, like, I've seen use cases for it, I guess. And back before I learned how to type, I would just like toggle caps lock every time I needed a capital letter because I was a fucking idiot child. And I've seen old people do that. So I guess it's more apparent than like shift is if you haven't used like a typewriter, you know. I don't think caps lock needed to be where it is, but I suppose when people were inventing like the computer keyboard layout, they weren't thinking of gamers specifically. Just another way that gamers are regularly, you know, discriminated against. Oh, look at that. That's like classic Minecraft terrain. That type of stuff. That's what I love about like 1.18. I've been moving in this direction. I might try other ones like near the swamp. Is that another swamp? Ooh. And that's not where we came from, is no, it's not. Shoot, we got a few swamps actually. That's pretty good. Ooh, you know what we should do? We should get iron, and then we should get shears, and then we should breed some turtles early because that's a very time-consuming process. Part of what spurred this on, right? Other than like Pirapito, that's like one of the things I mentioned. Is I watched an episode of the Imp and Skiz podcast, and if that gives you like an idea of how fucking I am very entrenched in this community. I mean, there's some people who know more about the game, but I know more than most. Anyways, I was watching an episode of the Imp and Skiz podcast, and they were doing their special episode where they have guest speaker Mumbo Jumbo on. And one of the things he was talking about, which is like part of what spurred my, you know, interest in this series and doing this, is he was talking about how when he started out making redstone tutorials, he was like, in part, just figuring everything out himself. So a lot of his old videos are just him like messing around and figuring out like, oh, I can do this. And that is like so fascinating to me because like that's like such a, it's like a dead experience almost. That's like, you don't get that anymore. And obviously, you know, Mumbo Jumbo consumed content from other Redstone people. You know, most likely. But still, like, Minecraft is one of those games that, like, it's a wiki game, you know? It's that genre of game where it's like, you're constantly looking at the wiki for, like, advice, you know? It's just one of those games. And I thought about it, and, like, how many people do you think, how many, like, Redstone experts have, like, had that experience? How many people in general have had that experience anymore? It seems like that's kind of a dead experience. It seems like that's not really a thing anymore as much. And that's kind of interesting to me. Obviously, this game's always had a rich community. It's always had, like, you know, Paul Source Jr., Etho. Just, like, this game has always had a heavy, like, tutorial kind of guide, like, thing going on. Because it's not... Admittedly, you know, as much as I love this game, it's kind of dense. It's dense as hell, especially in the olden days. Like, really, buddy. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to yourself. How the fuck do you think this is going to end for you? This game is extremely dense, and thus, most people look for help. Most people look for guidance. And, like, you know, I can't really fault them for that. This game is not really very... Especially, again, early updates, when it was first at the peak of popularity, when it first blew up. It just wasn't very user-friendly, I guess, which ironically fostered, like, a huge community. Like, this game not being user-friendly, this game having so many, like, hidden mechanics and weird quirks is why it's, like, so successful. You know, and obviously, I'm not one to, like, deride people for getting enjoyment out of, like, I am hugely invested in, like, the community, you know. I love watching Minecraft content. I love that type of stuff, but it does kind of make you realize that, like, not many people have experienced the game without the community. Like, the community is, like, basically an intended part of the Minecraft experience. Other people, it's weirdly, like, analogistic to just real life in that way. In the sense, you know, you can't figure it out on your own, basically. It's the experience of having somebody older and wiser than you have to kind of teach you the ropes, teach you what's even going on. everybody in Minecraft starts as a baby, and not many babies have like been self-taught in this game. But I think it's like linked with Minecraft's identity to be like vague and require other people. I don't know. There's just something like so poetic to me about the fact that it mirrors the human experience. It's literally like it's literally like the most human thing you can do is like teach other people and learn and have to instruct other people. I don't know. It's just something so beautiful about that to me. I'm being dead serious here. Like, no irony. I love that. Oh, I've created a fucking lava cast. That's ugly. But, ooh, rain. Hell yeah. I love rain. I will, I think what I'm going to do for this, right? Because this is the start of the series. I think I'm going to list off all the stuff I do know. I'm going to give you a general idea of how knowledgeable I am about this game, just so you don't, like, I don't know, just so you get an idea, I guess. So, I know combat decently well. I know how to crit things. I know swords technically have a higher DPS, but I use axes because being able to two-hit things, like, the combat delay is less relevant, in my opinion, when you're in PvE. Because you're going to be doing a lot of strafing and avoiding mobs anyways. So, the time difference is kind of negligible then. And then it's down to hits for me. Let's see. I know the hunger values of, like, most foods off the top of my head. Especially, like, the common ones. Cooked mutton is 3. Raw mutton is a half hunger shank for some unknown reason. Steak is 4. Pork chop and steak are identical. I know how to breed turtles. I know the mechanics of anything introduced after 2014. I know what? I know basic redstone stuff because I used to like have no knowledge except like if you place a lever next to a door, it activates. If you press a lever next to a piston, it activates. Redstone is kind of like a wire. I had that knowledge. One time, though, I checked out a Minecraft Redstone for Dummies book from my local public library. And that, like, enlightened me so much on, like, the logic of redstone. Like, that's how I discovered powered blocks. That's how I discovered, oh, you can, like, power a block. Like, just the fundamentals. I know a lot of, like, practical knowledge. I think most of my knowledge is practical. Because, well, I've played a lot of the game. And I specifically retain stuff that's, like, relevant to me. So, like, of course I'm going to remember, specific mechanical stuff the most. Okay, shoot each other. Yes! Fight, fight, fight! Okay. Oh. Man, both of you guys are, like, idiots. God. What fucking numbskulls. Oh, I had a crafting table here. That's where that went. That's always how it is, isn't it? Like, you make a crafting table, you forget where it is, you make 5 more. You forget the locations of all those. But then, like, you do have convenient crafting tables littered throughout your world. But you never use them. I think we saved that for fortune because we don't need gold right now. And we can always get some from the nether, so it's like, eh. I think we go back. I think we are done with this cave for now. You know what? Stack of iron. Stack of iron. We get a stack of iron, we get out. We scram. We skedaddle. Oh my god, a little baby. Oh my god, it's a little guy. Oh, I love baby slimes. It's so awesome that they, like, accidentally became, like, a pet from, like, being programmed incorrectly. Let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna do a pro gamer move here. And, quickly put down a bed. Set our spawn point in this cave. That's just a smart idea. Saves me a lot of... Oh, more babies. Fuck yeah. Oh, slime chunk. Oh, this just keeps getting better. Wow, this is perfect for, like, farming. This is just farm world. This is just... Wow. Wow, is this adventure time? Because we're in farm world. I don't know. Is this Facebook? Because we're in Farmville. Is this... Harvest Moon, because this is a story of seasons. I don't know. Oh no! Oh, that's so sad. I'm not gonna read it, but if you guys would like pay memoriam, if you'd pay your like respects to that slime, I would appreciate that so much. Holy fucking shit! Oi! Okay, well, we're good now. We get a stack of iron, we get out. That's the plan. You... Oh, I don't want to imprison you. You're free. You're your own person, but do I want to put you in a boat? I might, just for, like, this, you know, safety of you. I want to keep you around, buddy. I think a big part of Minecraft is, sentimentality. I think that is a huge part of this game's identity. Just, like, the idea of, like, you know, the mobs in this game, they're all basically identical. You can't get in the boat. That's sad. Can slimes not get in boats in Java? I know they can in Bedrock because I've seen it in, like, IBX Toy Cat's Let's Play series. That's kind of tragic, and I think that slime's gonna die, but it's okay. It's free to die. I guess it's just a fact of life. It's gonna happen. Nothing I can really do about it. All right, we've got a stack, and then some. So I think we get out of here. But yeah, that almost looked like I was wearing like Elytra. It looked like I was just fucking launching myself out. And listen, don't fucking get on me for the way I say, like, I'm gonna be honest, you know, Elytra sounds better. I admit, it sounds better. Yeah. I get it. It sounds better. Everybody says it anyway. Like the Japanese translation of Minecraft, phonetically spells, or, you know, the word is phonetically spelled out as Eritora. So it's like, you know, it goes with the E, Elytra. More leans into that. And, you know, I don't know who that was translated by, but they're obviously some sort of they've got some standing in the Minecraft, you know, in official, I don't know. All the developers pronounce it like Elytra or Elytra. But, like, listen. I'm just saying, technically it should be Elytra. It should be. You know, I saw people give Matt Pat shit for saying Elytra. And I think he even, like, does an aside in, like, one of his Minecraft videos where he has to bring it up because, like, everybody keeps getting on him for it. And he's like that's the way it's pronounced officially. That's the scientific way to pronounce it. Because it's based off the word elytron, which is, like, you know, the singular form of, like, the shell protecting, like, a beetle's wings or whatever that they used to, like, glide or something. I don't know. Like, elytron sounds correctly, but, like, elytra, that sounds a little stupid. Something about that sounds stupid. I don't like it. I'll admit. I say, you know, I don't know. I probably should just say, like, elytra. I've always leaned towards elytra, like elytra, not, you know, elytra. Elytra is like more, I almost feel like that's a more British tendency to, like, say elytra. I know, like, well, maybe not. I know, I think Azuma Void does, elytra. But I'm just saying, even in British English, it is elytra. It's just, you know, British elytra. It's, elytra. That's my best fucking British accent, but, you know, it's the vowels are slightly different. It's the same thing. And I'm sorry, you know. I'm sorry that you had to learn this way. I don't honestly, I understand the people who just decide I'm going to say it that way anyways. I might honestly just settle on that just to, you know, avoid being ridiculed like relentlessly, but I don't know. But yeah, I just needed to defend myself on that specific, you know, decision of mine, I suppose. But yeah, we got plenty of iron. Got stack and 16. A nice, you know, multiple of 4 right there. Always good.